See, I'm not the one to take selfies, but after this video, I'm probably never gonna take selfies in my life, man. Today, we're gonna be watching selfies taken moments before death.
It's trying to headbutt me,
Right.
bro.
What the heck?
Taking selfies has become
Bro,
a
that's
part
crazy.
of everyday life, but for some, it's a moment that happened just before tragedy struck.
Oh my God.
From hikers,
Bro, don't tell me they got hit with a tsunami, bro. Tsunamis are like my worst fears of like natural disasters. I think the top one is probably earthquakes, like a big earthquake, and then second tsunami, bro, because both of them you can't do nothing.
caught in dangerous situations to travelers on the edge of the world, there are stories of people who snapped their last selfies before death.
That's scary, bro. On a roller coaster?
These moments are haunting reminders
What?
of how life can change in an instant. In this video, we'll look at
Jesus.
some of the most shocking selfies taken moments before death. Let's dive in and remember the importance of safety, even in the pursuit of the perfect picture.
Bro, I don't know how people have the balls to record themselves on roller coasters, bro. I be too busy gripping the damn grits, bro. I'm gripping on it. I'm gripping on it hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to fall off the damn ride. You know, people have the balls to be recording them and stuff. Oh no, especially on a
Price
fast
of
ride.
adventure. Sophia Chung,
Price.
a 32-year-old influencer with over 35,000 Instagram followers, was
Damn.
known for her daring spirit and love of extreme experiences. Her social media showcased breathtaking but risky selfies, posing on
Oh my
rocks by
God.
the sea or hanging from the edges of cliffs. On Saturday, July 10th, Sophia set out to explore Ha Pak Lai Park in Hong Kong,
Ha
a
Pa
location
what?
famous for its stunning but dangerous waterfalls. True to her adventurous nature, she
Hell
attempted
no.
another daring selfie near one
Yep,
of
I'm too black for this, bro. Ain't no way I'm getting close to this clip, man. We out of there. We out of there. Fuck out of there.
the park's cliffs. Tragically, she lost her footing and fell more than 5 meters.
Oh.
Her friends immediately called for help, and first
Damn.
responders arrived quickly. Despite their efforts, Sophia was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital.
Yeah, bro, falling 5 meters. How many feet is that, bro? How much feet is a meter?
1 meter is 3.28 feet.
Damn, 5 meters, so that's 15 feet down, Chad. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but falling straight down, and then you got to think about it, there's rocks everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying, you hit the rock with your head the wrong way, you're done.
Her untimely death serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers of seeking thrills for the perfect photo. Ironically,
Damn, bro.
Sophia's Instagram bio read, "Life should be fun and not stupid." Her story leaves a poignant lesson about valuing safety over taking unnecessary risks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Before we continue, here is something that needs to be
That was crazy.
discussed. This image has recently surfaced on the internet. A vlogger was paragliding and trying to
Wait,
take
this
a
is real?
selfie, but she forgot to pull the safety string.
No way. No way, bro.
As a result, her attempt ended badly and backfired on her.
Dude, I could have sworn this was just for the thumbnail, bro. You're recording yourself instead of worrying about doing a freaking parachute? Like, my black ass cannot do this, bro. First of all, I'm not doing this in the first place. Like, I've always kind of wanted to skydive, but it's just too much of a risk, bro. Like, I want to just keep living, bro. I'll wait till I'm, like, old enough to where I'm like, all right, if I die today, I'm all right. Especially anytime soon, hell no. Because, bro, it's literally like what any type of chance that is going to malfunction is going to go wrong. So I don't want to take that chance, bro.
However, we were not able to confirm whether this incident was true or not. But what do you
Oh, okay.
think? Let us know in the comments.
I don't know. This looks kind of photoshopped, but maybe it's true. What do you guys
Xiao
think?
Mei. At the start of 2021, Xiao Mei, a 23-year-old from China, was living her dream.
She's 23 years old? Bro, she looks like 10.
She was one of the most
The
popular
hell?
influencers on Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, with over 100,000 followers. Her
Okay.
fans loved watching her dance videos every day, and she also shared clips from her work as a crane operator. Many of her
crane
followers
operator?
enjoyed seeing her dance moves from the crane cabin, making her
How the hell she reached the thing?
daily life seem even more exciting. On July 20th, just before her workday ended at 5:40 p.m., Xiao Mei decided to do a live broadcast from her crane cabin, like she
Oh my
often did.
God.
She started by performing a fun dance that quickly gained thousands of likes. But then, something unexpected happened. Her phone camera fell and the live stream turned chaotic. Viewers heard a young woman
Yo.
screaming, followed by blurry images of the crane equipment, and then the broadcast cut off abruptly. This shocking moment left her followers confused and concerned.
Bro, imagine watching that, like being in a live stream where somebody dies. Like, that has to be traumatic, bro. Like, I can't even imagine that.
Soon after, news spread that Xiao Mei had tragically passed away. It turned out that while filming herself in selfie mode, her phone had fallen and she tried to catch it. In doing so, she lost her balance and fell over 43 meters from the crane.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Being up that high, bro. Hey, I know your phone's valuable and everything, but if I'm up that high, my phone drop is GG's. Goodbye, phone. I will get another one. It's okay. Like, hell no, I'm not risking my life just to save a damn phone, bro.
Which sadly led to her death.
Damn,
her
that sucks,
followers
though.
were devastated by the news, expressing their sadness and sharing their memories of her.
Yeah, that's
Unfortunately, Xiao Qiumei's 2 children were left orphaned by this tragedy, and they would never get to see their mother again.
Damn, bro, that's
Gigi
sad.
Wu. Meet Gigi Wu, a 36-year-old Taiwanese climber who gained fame on social media as the Bikini Climber. Known for her daring adventures, Gigi would climb some of the world's most challenging peaks and take selfies in a bikini once she reached the top. Her unique style earned her thousands of followers.
You know why. You know why I earned her 1,000 followers, right?
Who admired her boldness and breathtaking photos from hundreds
They admired her boldness, all right.
of summits around the globe. In December 2019, Gigi set off on a solo trek in Yushan National Park, home to Taiwan's tallest mountains. During her journey, she climbed a peak over 4,000 meters high. After reaching the summit, as usual, she changed into a bikini to take another extraordinary selfie.
Dude, that is way too
Tragically, on this
high.
trip, Gigi fell into a ravine.
Oh
Thankfully,
my
she had a
God.
satellite phone and managed to call for help. However, severe weather delayed the rescue operation. As
Damn,
hours
bro.
turned into days,
That's the thing, like calling 911 and then you're out in the middle of basically not nowhere, but you're in the mountains and shit, bro. They automatically gonna take way long. They don't know if they have to get a helicopter, and like you said, there's weather conditions, so sometimes they can't even fly a helicopter in there. Like, oh my God, there's just so many things that could go wrong.
conditions took their toll, and Gigi sadly passed away from hypothermia before rescuers could reach
Damn,
her.
bro.
Her death marked a heartbreaking end for a young woman who had inspired so many with her adventurous spirit and love for the mountains.
That sucks.
Gigi's story serves as a sobering reminder of the risks that come with extreme adventures, even for those as experienced as her. Meenakshi Murthy and Vishnu Viswanath.
Oh my God.
Meenakshi Murthy and
I can't
Vishnu
read that.
Viswanath were an Indian couple living in the United States. They shared a deep love for travel, which brought them together. After they
Yo, why does that look actually cool as hell, bro?
in the United
A swing
States,
on the ocean?
they shared a deep
Oh, wait.
love for travel, which brought them
Yo, why does it actually look fun as hell? I ain't gonna lie.
together. After they got married, they decided to explore the
This doesn't look fun. I'm too black for this. I'm way too black.
world, seeking out the most beautiful destinations. Meenakshi, a talented writer, and Vishnu, an amateur photographer, decided to
couple?
start a blog and Instagram account called Holidays and Happy Ever Afters. They shared their travel adventures and stunning
Oh my
photos,
God.
quickly gaining thousands of followers. This success helped them continue their dream of visiting even more breathtaking places. On October 30th, 2018, the couple found themselves at Yosemite National Park in California at a spot called Taft Point. This viewpoint is more than 240 meters above sea level and offers an incredible panoramic view.
Jesus
They wanted
Christ.
to take the perfect selfie to capture the
Get away
moment
from the edge.
and add to their collection of beautiful photos. Tragically, this selfie would be their last. As they tried to take the photo, they lost their balance and
No
fell off the edge of
way.
the cliff. Both Meenakshi and Vishnu died in the fall.
Oh my God. Yo, imagine, bro, just taking a picture and you both just fall and it's GG's.
Before this tragic accident, Meenakshi had written a warning to her readers about
Wow.
the dangers of taking selfies in dangerous places. She had asked, "Is our life worth just a photo?" Sadly, she would no longer be around to answer that question herself.
It's not, bro.
The selfie
I don't know, like, it's just me. I know I'm too black for all this, but even if I were to do this, there's a cliff, some way I could just fall. I am being the most precautionary I've ever been in my life, bro. Deadass, like, we are not stepping anywhere near the edge. We can take a selfie right here, bro. Photoshop it to make it look like we're closer to the edge. I ain't going closer to the edge, bro. It's not happening.
tragedy. On May 15th, a group of 20 tourists set out on a boat trip across a water reservoir in central Java, Indonesia. The weather was sunny and everyone was in high spirits, enjoying the stunning scenery and snapping photos to remember the day. It seemed like the perfect outing, with nothing to worry about. As the boat cruised along, the group decided to take a selfie together. Excitedly, all 20 passengers moved to the right side of the boat to get in the shot. Unfortunately,
Oh my
this
God.
sudden shift in weight
Yeah,
caused the boat
tipped
to
it
lose
over.
balance and flip over.
How do
The
y'all not
incident
know
turned
that?
tragic as 7 tourists drowned in the accident.
Damn.
Thankfully, 13 passengers managed to survive.
Wait, how'd they drown? Like, did they drown because they couldn't swim? Because if that's the case, bro, why are you going on boats if you can't swim, bro? If you know you can't swim and you're going on a boat trip like this, like, why do it, bro? Because there's always the risk of falling in the water. You just gotta know that.
This heartbreaking event is a stark reminder of the risks of ignoring safety, even during what seems like a harmless activity. Hopefully,
Yeah.
the survivors and others will remember the importance of caution and think twice before putting themselves in danger for something as simple as a group selfie.
Damn, bro.
Nirupama Prajapati.
Nirupama.
On January 3, 2021, Nirupama Prajapati, a young woman from India, decided to spend a sunny day with her friends at Sundargarh, a popular picnic spot known for its beautiful scenery. After enjoying a few hours
Okay.
outdoors, she walked over to a waterfall to cool off and admire the view. Inspired by the stunning surroundings, Nirupama decided to take a selfie to capture the moment. Tragically, as
Bro,
she
how
stood
can this
near the
end
edge,
bad?
a man moving behind her accidentally stumbled,
No way.
causing her to lose her balance. She
Oh
slipped and
my
fell
g-
into the rushing waters below. What started as a peaceful day quickly turned into a
Bro,
nightmare.
they captured this?
Rescue teams searched tirelessly for 22 hours before finally discovering her body in a rocky crevice.
Dude, all because this dumbass nigga was clumsy, bro? And then how you not go in there and save her? And that's the case, bro. Like, oh my God. Was the water really moving that fast?
About 400 meters downstream.
Jesus.
Nirupama's untimely death serves as another heartbreaking example of the risks involved in seeking that perfect
Oh my
photo.
God,
Her
bro.
family and friends were left devastated by the loss.
That wasn't even her fault, though. It's a clumsy ass nigga's fault going behind her, bro.
Mourning a life tragically cut short
Oh my
by a
God.
simple misstep. Tony Kelly's
Bro, I'll be
window
so mad.
selfie. Tony Kelly, a 20-year-old globetrotter and influencer from New Zealand, was passionate
She looked
about
like an
exploring the
actress.
world and sharing her adventures with her thousands of
Why she look like, I think, no, not Jennifer Lawrence. I'm thinking of somebody else. I think Jennifer Aniston? Huh?
The bubbly young woman dreamed of visiting every country, capturing her journeys through stunning selfies. Her photos showcased her travels to iconic locations, from the Electric Picnic Music Festival in Ireland to California, Big Ben, and Trafalgar Square. In November
Okay.
2017, during a visit to London, Tony decided to take a
London.
selfie from the window of her second-floor hotel room. Tragically, in her attempt to capture the perfect shot, she lost her balance and fell.
No
Despite being
way,
rushed to the
bro.
hospital, Tony passed away from severe brain injuries.
Yeah, falling from a second floor?
Sudden and heartbreaking death marked the end of
Jesus.
her vibrant travel dreams. In a final act of kindness, Tony's family donated her organs, ensuring that her legacy lived on by giving others a second chance at life.
Damn,
Her
bro.
story serves as a poignant reminder to prioritize safety, even in the pursuit of life's most memorable moments.
Crazy.
Bas-
Hey, when you take risks, man, you know what I'm saying? You take risks, doing things, bro. But this is kind of sad, though, because he just literally was in a hotel or something and just on the second floor and lost balance and fell, bro. I feel like there should have been more safety when it comes to the hotel, though. Like, how'd they not have, like, you know what I'm saying, a fence or something to stop that?
Bastien Palmier. Bastien Palmier was a 33-year-old Frenchman full of energy and excitement. In November 2019, he decided to go on a trip to Thailand with a special goal in mind.
Uh-oh,
to
not Thailand.
recreate the stunning photos of his Instagram idols. He wanted to capture the beauty of the country's
Oh
temple,
my God, that's beautiful. This is a real place?
ancient ruins, and tropical beaches. With his phone in hand, Bastien took selfie after selfie, each one more beautiful than the last. His adventure led him to the famous
Beautiful. Just like all my supporters, right? My beautiful supporters, man.
Nam Muang Waterfalls on the island of Koh Samui, known for being one of the most Instagram-worthy spots in Thailand. Although local authorities had set up warning signs and a security cordon to keep tourists away from the dangerous edge of the waterfall, Bastien ignored these precautions. Determined to take the perfect selfie, he stepped over the barrier and posed near the edge,
Damn,
hoping
bro.
for the best shot. Sadly, as he tried to snap the photo, he slipped and fell over 70 meters down the waterfall.
70 meters? Oh, yeah, that is GG's, bro.
His body was later found floating face down in the natural pool below,
Oh,
lifeless and severely injured. Bastien
That's the thing. It's more about the rocks than the water, bro. And then sometimes, especially if the water's, shallow, there's going to be rocks underneath.
Palmier became the second tourist to die in the same spot that year while attempting to take a selfie. Just months earlier, a 26-year-old Spanish tourist named David Rocamundi had also fallen to his death at the same waterfall trying to capture a selfie. This
Damn.
tragedy is a reminder of the dangers of taking risks for social media photos. Let's hope that Bastian's death, along with the earlier one, serves as a wake-up call for local authorities to increase safety measures at these dangerous tourist spots. Safety
Yeah, I mean, you can increase safety measures, but people are still gonna do stupid shit though. So, like, what can you really do about that?
should always come first, no matter how beautiful the view or how perfect the selfie might seem.
Facts.
The cost of the perfect shot.
Perfect.
In July 2019, Daniel Mee and Jaden Dolman, an English couple aged 20 and 25, traveled to Spain for a sunny Mediterranean getaway.
Bro, this is what Spain looks like? I would have never, like, guessed, bro. It's beautiful in Spain.
They chose the seaside resort of Punta Prima in Alicante to soak up the golden beaches, swim in the crystal clear waters, and enjoy
People naked, or am I tripping?
vibrant nights filled with walks and parties. One evening during a stroll along the beach, they came across a stunning spot, a raised pathway offering breathtaking views of the ocean. Captivated by the scenery, they decided to take a selfie to capture the moment. Wanting the perfect shot, they climbed over the safety railing to get closer to the edge. Tragically, the decision proved fatal. Both men lost their balance and fell over 12 meters. Daniel died instantly at the scene, and Jaden succumbed to his injuries the following day in the hospital. The loss of the young couple devastated their friends and family, leaving them to grieve lives cut tragically short by unnecessary risks. This heartbreaking story serves as a reminder to prioritize safety over capturing the perfect photo.
Guys, photos are not worth it, chat. Please, please be safe, all you guys, man.
Not so innocent. The man in the photo is Harold Agnew, a U.S. physicist who played a key role in shaping world history, though not in the way you'd expect from his sunny demeanor. In his hands, that's not a picnic box. It's the plutonium core for Fat Man, the nuclear bomb dropped on Nagasaki in 1945.
What?
This
He's just holding a core of a nuke in his hands like he just came back from Food for Less? Nigga, what?
single object would go on to cause one of the most catastrophic events in human history,
How's he just holding
wiping out over 80,000 people. The photo was
Hey, Mom, look what I got. Head ass boy.
snapped on Tinian Island, a key base for the top-secret Project Alberta, which was responsible for assembling and delivering the bomb. What makes this image truly chilling is just how casual everyone looks. If you didn't know better, you might think they were cosplaying a military scene or prepping for a fun exercise, not setting the stage for unimaginable destruction. Harold wasn't just involved in building the bomb, he was also in the air when it happened. Flying in the Great Artiste, a scientific observation plane trailing the infamous Enola Gay, Harold captured haunting footage of the aftermath below. Through his lens, the devastation was laid bare, an unforgettable record of the chaos unleashed. That sunny smile in the photo? Yeah, it feels a lot heavier now.
Damn, bro, this is literally the start of them freaking dropping a nuke on somebody. And he's just over here smiling like he just, you know what I'm saying, he just got a favorite toy from Target, bro. Like it's Christmas.
Webster Sisters. Taking a selfie can sometimes go wrong because of bad lighting, but usually, that's about it. However, for Essa Ricker, Kelsey Webster, and Kelsey's younger sister Savannah, things took a tragic turn during a selfie they took in Utah's Spanish Fork Canyon in October 2011. The three girls were enjoying a walk when they suddenly heard a low rumbling sound. They looked around and realized a train was coming.
No way.
Excited, they decided to take a selfie beside the tracks while the train passed by. Savannah posted the picture to Facebook, but it would be the last thing she ever did.
What?
The girls were so caught up in the moment and the loud sound of the passing train that they didn't notice another train was coming from the opposite direction.
Oh
the
my
conductor of that second
God.
train saw them and sounded the horn as loudly as he could. For 12 agonizing seconds, he tried to warn them, but it was too late. Trains travel
Bro,
at such
how do
high
you
speeds that it takes
So that means they were on some other tracks. So y'all were just sitting there on tracks taking selfies, bro? Like not looking at all? Like, you're not worried about that? Jesus Christ, bro. I don't know. That's just kind of dumb, bro.
a long time to stop, even in an emergency. The
Like
second train
I feel bad, but it's like, dude, why stand on train tracks? Like that's just the stupidest thing you could do.
was moving at 39 miles
It's like just standing in the middle of the street, bro, just waiting for somebody to run you over.
per hour, and it still wasn't able to stop in time. The girls didn't hear it coming and couldn't escape. After the accident, the last photo of the girls was found. It's haunting because you can see the headlights of the second train in the top corner of the picture.
Oh my God. Yeah, you can, bro.
A chilling reminder of how close they were to danger
Jesus.
without realizing it. This tragic event not only devastated the girls' families, but also affected the train staff, who had to deal with the aftermath of such a horrific accident.
Yeah.
It's a heartbreaking reminder of
sucks,
how a
bro.
fun moment can quickly turn into a tragedy. Rest in
That's the thing with trains, bro. Like, the conductor was trying to warn them because you can't just stop trains like it's a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're carrying so much cargo, so much pounds on it. It takes a long bit to really stop a train. And in this case, I don't even think he could have. I don't think they tried to hit the brakes or whatever. They probably thought, oh, they're going to hear the sirens, they're going to move. But then it's just too late.
peace, Essa, Kelsey, and Savannah. Until now, we watched selfie moments before death. Now we are going to watch some of the photos with disturbing backstories that will shock you.
Damn.
Chris Creamers and Lisanne Froon. Traveling
Chris Creamer is a crazy name.
the world is an amazing adventure, and that's exactly what Dutch students Chris Creamers and Lisanne Froon were after when they went to Panama.
Like, imagine being a teacher in school and it's like, Miss Creamer, Miss Creamer. Like, dude, don't call me that.
In early 2014, they planned to hike, explore, and even volunteer teaching local kids. It all sounded perfect. At first
Oh, and
glance,
she was a
everything
teacher.
seemed fine. There's even a photo of them smiling during their hike on April 1st, just after leaving their host family's home in the mountain town of Boquete. They took the family dog along for the walk through the nearby forest trails. But later that day, the dog came home alone. The girls didn't return
Lonely
that
ass
evening,
dog.
and when they missed a walking tour the next morning, the alarm was raised. A massive search began, combing the forests high and low. But for weeks, no sign of Chris or Lisanne could be found.
Wow.
Then, 10 weeks later, a local woman turned in a backpack she'd found by a riverbank. Inside were personal items, their phones, and Lisanne's camera.
Damn, what the hell did they
investigators
do?
discovered was unsettling. The girls had tried calling emergency services 77 times, but the dense
What?
jungle blocked all but one call, which lasted just 2 seconds. By April 11th, both phones were dead. The camera
Oh my
revealed haunting
God.
details. The first photos were cheerful, but as time went on, their expressions grew serious. 7 days after they went missing, a series of nighttime photos appeared. Images of the forest, makeshift markers, and what looked
Damn,
like the
bro.
back of Chris's head. Search teams revisited the area and
That's
found
scary.
remains. Chris's neatly folded clothes by the river and scattered bones, some of which were oddly bleached. Lisanne's bones showed
Bleached?
natural decomposition. Theories began swirling. Did they get lost? Did something or someone drive them off the trail? Were they using the
Bro.
camera's flash as a light or an SOS signal? One eerie detail stood out. Photo 509, taken between the daytime and nighttime images, was missing. Deleted. By whom? And why?
Deleted?
Suspicion even fell on a local tour guide, but there wasn't enough evidence to prove anything. So what really
Yo,
happened?
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of sounded like they got packed up, bro. How are they just finding bones and stuff? Like, that's kind of weird.
Happened to Chris and
They weren't gone
Lisanne?
for that long,
Was
were
it
they?
simply a tragic accident, or does the jungle hold darker secrets?
I
What
don't
do you
know.
think?
It could also be an animal too, though, but
Ghost of Dundas Peak. Back in
Ghost of
2016, a Reddit user named Sliced Up Beef shared a chilling story on R-Creepy. She and a friend had gone hiking at Dundas Peak in Hamilton, Ontario, inspired by a photo her friend's cousin had posted a few days earlier. The shot featured the cousin standing at the scenic lookout, perched dramatically above the valley below. Naturally, Sliced Up Beef and her friend wanted to recreate the moment. They hiked to the peak, snapped their own photos,
My God.
and thought nothing of it, until about a month later. That's when her friend reached out with unsettling news. While comparing their pictures to the cousin's original, she noticed something strange. Way below the edge of the trail, where the cliff was steep and seemingly impossible to stand on, there appeared to be a tall, thin figure. It was standing unnaturally straight,
Oh, I was literally about to mention that. I thought they just put that there, but this is part of the selfie?
blending eerily into
Yeah,
the rocky
that's creepy.
backdrop. Even creepier, it didn't seem to have a face. The
Yeah.
figure didn't show up in any other photos taken from similar angles, and the two couldn't figure out what they were looking at.
Nah, that's
Intrigued
crazy.
and thoroughly spooked, Sliced Up Beef turned to Reddit for answers. As you'd expect, the comments were full of theories. Some dismissed it as part of the rock formation, pointing
Yeah,
at
it could be part of the rock, though. That would be my educated guess, but at the same time, I don't know. That's
out
crazy.
that the colors of the head and body might match nearby cliffs.
Yeah.
But others weren't convinced. The torso appeared noticeably lighter than the rocks, and the dark
did.
head and legs didn't match any visible shadows or patterns nearby.
I don't
Then
know.
there was the
That's
theory
creepy,
that
though.
it might just be another hiker. But seriously, who could casually stand so
Yeah,
rigidly
no,
on
that's definitely not a hiker, bro. Like, ain't nobody just standing on the freaking hill like that.
such a steep, dangerous
Yeah.
slope? And that brings us to the spookiest idea. Maybe it wasn't a person at all. Dundas Peak is known for its tricky trails and has tragically been the site of accidents over the years. Could the figure be the spirit of a lost hiker? A
Damn.
wandering soul doomed to linger near the cliffs? Some commenters thought so. Others argued for a more logical explanation.
Yeah, I don't
But
know
even
about that,
skeptics
but
couldn't deny
could
how
be.
unsettling the faceless, motionless figure looked. Whatever it was, the image stuck with sliced up beef. And, let's be honest, it's probably going to stick with you.
See, like, it could be the rock, though, because look, like, this shade of white kind of matches this right here. So maybe, like, a part of that is right here, and then the black is just the branches. Like, maybe, like, a hole right here in the wall. So that could explain it, but I don't know.
You too.
You never know, man.
The Crouching Man.
The crouching man.
One February morning in 2015, 17-year-old Dalen Pua told his family he was heading out for a hike on a famous trail in Oahu, Hawaii. It seemed like an exciting challenge, but sadly, Dalen was never seen again. At the time, Dalen was visiting his grandmother, who tried to warn him about the dangers of the trail. Still, he decided to go for it. His destination?
going.
The Haiku Stairs, also known as the Stairway to Heaven. This steep, 4,000-step trail winds along the Ko'olau mountain range and is as narrow as 18
Oh, hell no. Hell no. This view? Yeah, I'm way too black for this. Ain't no goddamn way I'm going down there.
inches in some spots.
Hell no.
One misstep could mean a deadly 2,000-foot fall.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's technically been closed to the public.
Like, look how narrow this is, bro. And then all the things on the side, bro. You fall is GG. You are not coming back up.
Since 1987,
Unless you're going to
Dalen
heaven.
wasn't discouraged. He set off determined, and at first, things seemed fine. He even sent photos to his family as he made his way up. But around 11 a.m. that day, the updates stopped. When Dalen didn't return, his family reported him missing, and a massive search began. The Honolulu Fire Department, local volunteers, drones, and even the U.S. Navy joined the effort. For days, they scoured the mountains, but by March 3rd, 5 days later, there was still no sign of him. The official search was called off, though
Damn.
some volunteers kept looking. Then, Dalen's family took a closer look at one of the last photos he sent. That's when they noticed something chilling. In the background of the image, crouched in the bushes, there seemed to be a man.
What the
Was it just
heck?
another hiker? Or could he have been following Dalen? Some wonder if Dalen snapped the photo to capture evidence or scare off this mystery man. Creepy, right?
Yo,
to make
that
things
is
even
creepy,
stranger,
bro.
hikers reported hearing faint cries for help on March 2nd. They heard someone shout, "Help me," and "I'm down here." But after
What?
searching and alerting authorities, they found nothing. The official explanation is that Dalen
That's the thing. If something happens in a place like this, it's very easy for someone to just hide what's going on, bro. All I gotta do is roll their damn body down the freaking hill. They're gone forever.
slipped off the trail and
Jesus.
fallen out of sight. But years of searching have turned up no trace of him, leaving the mystery unsolved. As for the man
Wow.
in the photo, police put out an alert, but his identity remains unknown. The Haiku Stairs have since been slated for removal, but the disappearance of Dalen Pua still haunts anyone who hears his story.
Damn, bro.
David A. Johnston. In
David?
this photo, David A. Johnston looks carefree, his legs outstretched, a smile on his face, and a notebook in hand. The sunny
Okay.
weather makes it seem like he has no cares in the world. But just 13 hours later, he was wiped off the map. Born in
What?
Illinois, Johnston had a passion for geology that led him to graduate with honors in 1971. He later earned a PhD at the University of Washington and became deeply interested in volcanoes. In 1978, he joined the U.S. Geological Survey, where his job was to monitor signs of volcanic activity. In 1980, Mount St. Helens, a massive 8,300-foot volcano in Washington, showed signs of life after a 4.2 magnitude earthquake. It was the
Yeah, this is like another deep fear too. I mean, thank God there's no volcanoes anywhere where I live. It's kind of the reason I'm kind of afraid to go visit Hawaii, even though I want to. It's like, bro, volcanoes are so scary, bro. That's another
Firstquake.
thing where it's like, if that erupts and stuff, you're pretty much GG's, bro.
in 123 years to shake the mountain. Johnston quickly became involved, focusing on volcanic gas studies. He was so dedicated that he sometimes ventured into the active crater to conduct experiments. May 18, 1980 would be his final day. That morning,
Damn.
Johnston was stationed at Coldwater 2 Observatory, about 5.5 miles from the volcano. Just the day before, he had taken over from his assistant, Harry Glicken, and was photographed in his usual relaxed manner. but things would take a tragic turn.
Wow.
At 8:32 a.m., Mount St. Helens erupted.
Oh my
Johnston's
God.
final words were sent in a transmission to Washington. "Vancouver, Vancouver, this is it!" It said. He spoke with excitement, not fear. The eruption unleashed landslides of rock and ice, and hot gases and magma shot out at an incredible 300 miles per hour. In just 6 minutes,
That's
an area
wild.
of 230
Chat, what's like the craziest weather experience you've ever like encountered? Leave it in the comments. I want to know.
square miles, about 10 Manhattans, was turned into a barren wasteland. Johnston was never found. Tragically, 56 others lost their lives that day, but the number could have been higher. Johnston, along with other scientists, had helped keep the area around the volcano off-limits to the public before the eruption, likely saving many lives. Today,
Yep.
Johnston is remembered as a hero in the study of volcanoes. The Coldwater 2 site has been renamed Johnston's Ridge in his honor,
Yeah,
a tribute to the
W.
bravery
Johnston.
and dedication he showed in his final moments.
Hell yeah, that's bravery, man. They just watching, waiting for something to erupt, and then they're in the hot zone, bro. I feel like nowadays there's a lot better technology where they can watch from very, very far away.
Overcoming your demons.
Overcoming
Have you
your
ever
demons.
taken a photo and later noticed something strange in it?
Oh, hell no.
I bet you haven't, but if
Hell
you ask
no.
Joe Martinez from Colorado, he definitely has. Back in 1999, Joe and his wife, Patty, were at a 50th anniversary party for one of their relatives. They posed for a picture together, and everything seemed normal. They enjoyed the party and went on with their lives, thinking nothing more about it. But
Welcome to
then,
the
8
party.
years later, in 2007, Joe and Patty were flipping through their old photo album. When they
Okay.
came across that picture, something caught their eye.
Oh,
Do you
hell
see
no.
it?
What the fuck is that, bro? I would burn that picture right away. I don't care.
Right behind Joe's left shoulder, there seems to be a
Oh my god, this looks like one of the freaking hyenas from Lion King, bro.
strange, snarling dog-like face. Now, this wouldn't be too weird if there had actually been a dog at the party, but Joe and Patty both swear there was no dog there at all.
Hell
In
no.
fact, Joe believes the face in the
What the
photo
f-
is actually a demon. Sounds a little wild, right?
Then
But
burn
there's
it.
more to the story. At the time the photo was taken, Joe was struggling with a serious addiction problem. For years, he had been battling this issue, but when he saw the demon dog, something changed. Joe saw the creepy face as a symbol of his
Fuck.
addiction, something dark hanging over him. It was enough to motivate him to turn his life around. He kicked his bad habit for good,
Damn.
and now he carries that photo everywhere.
Hey, at least he turned it around, you know what I'm saying, into a good thing. I don't think it's what he thought it was. It could just be an explanation of what the hell, you know, but you never know, man. At least, you know, he's changing his life for the better.
As a reminder to never fall back into his old ways. It's actually a
Facts.
pretty heartwarming part of the story. But was
Yep.
the face really a demon, or is there a more logical explanation? A photo expert, John Davenport, examined the image and confirmed there's no sign of editing, so that could support the demon theory. However, it might just be a case of pareidolia.
Oh, hell no, bro. Get this shit on my screen, bro. You don't even notice this motherfucker. Oh, hell no.
Where people see faces in random patterns or objects, even if they're not really there. The red-haired woman.
What
In
the
a
heck is
2014
that?
Ask Reddit thread, someone asked hikers about the
Ah.
creepiest things they've seen on the trail. User Gadella08 responded by sharing an unsettling image. At first, it looks like a regular photo, but if you zoom in, you'll see something chilling, a woman's face twisted in pain. Gadella and his
What the
friends had been
heck?
hiking on a popular trail in Santa Barbara, California. The trail featured a 150-foot waterfall, and they decided to boulder around the base and take some photos. Little did they know, they had unknowingly captured 22-year-old Sailor Gilliams at one of the
Oh,
worst
so it was an actual
moments of her
person?
life. The day before, Sailor had been hiking
Fuck.
with her friend Vega, but they got lost on the way back as darkness fell. Trying to navigate, Sailor jumped off a rock but landed badly, fracturing her leg. Vega
Damn.
tried to help by picking her up and carrying her, but things quickly went from bad to worse. He slipped, breaking his elbow and shattering Sailor's
Oh my
ankle.
God, now they're
unable
both
to
broken.
walk, Sailor was left behind while Vega went to find help, except he never came back.
No
Sailor spent the
way.
night screaming for help until
What the? Why would you leave her? That is so messed up. Unless something happened to him, but I don't think nothing happened to
she
him.
was too weak to continue. Eventually, a group of
Wow.
hikers, including Gadella U8, passed by and noticed something strange, a flash of red hair. When they investigated, they
Fuck.
found Sailor delirious and slipping in and out of consciousness but alive. They called 911 and paramedics arrived in helicopters to rescue her. Tragically, Vega didn't make it. He had fallen further down the trail and didn't survive. Had it not been for Sailor's red hair, she might have met the same fate. When Gadella reviewed
Damn,
the
bro.
photos later, he realized something
Oh, so it did. The guy ended up dying for her.
disturbing. Sailor appeared in not one but two of the shots. In one, her expression is haunting, seemingly a silent scream of despair. Thankfully, Sailor survived and now makes sure to always stick to the trail when she hikes.
That's crazy, bro.
Into the wild. Ever feel like just running away from everything and escaping the chaos of modern life? Christopher McCandless did. After graduating from Emory University in Georgia in 1990, he realized he wanted to leave it all behind. But 2 years later, he found himself alone, starving, and taking what would be the last photo of his life. The sign in the picture says, "I have had a happy life and thank the Lord. Goodbye and may God bless all." But that smile hides the truth. Christopher wasn't happy at the end. You might know his story from the book Into the Wild.
I never read this book. Have you guys read it?
Which was turned into a movie in 2007. Christopher, or Chris, was a good student and came from a wealthy family, but he grew disillusioned with society. He believed modern life was poisoning people's true nature. So instead of living the typical life, he decided to get as far from society as possible. Chris donated $24,000 of his savings to Oxfam and left home. His travels were different from any typical gap year. He wanted to go with as little money and belongings as possible and leave his old life behind. He even took on
That's crazy. Like, you can't, I mean, obviously, you know, most people are not doing this, but you also can't fault him for doing this as well because, you know what I'm saying, depending on your family stuff, they could trap you in a bubble to make you think the world works a certain way when it really doesn't. You know, as much money as you got or whatever, privilege and stuff, like at the end of the day, the real world is the real world, and sometimes people don't get to experience that, and then they go to extremes like this to really get to experience, you know, even though they don't have to go this far.
The name Alexander Supertramp, inspired by a book he had read. Initially, he had a car, but a flash flood forced him to leave it behind. From there, he relied on walking, hitchhiking, and canoeing. By April 1992, Chris had made it to Fairbanks, Alaska. From there, he hitchhiked to the Stampede Trail, a dangerous and remote path. When the driver dropped him off, Chris wasn't prepared for the harsh conditions. He had just 10 pounds of rice, a basic map, some books, and a .22 rifle. Definitely not enough for a bear encounter. But Chris was determined. He set up camp in an abandoned bus and lived off berries and small game. He did manage to hunt a moose, but it spoiled quickly because he didn't know how to preserve it. After 94 days, Chris was very weak, having eaten mostly potato seeds, which he believed caused his illness. His journal entries became increasingly grim. The final one...
shout out to him for having the balls to do this, man, because I could never...
On day 107, simply said, "Beautiful blueberries." 6 days later, his body was found by hunters. He weighed just 67 pounds. Chris likely died of starvation, but there's also talk that the potato seeds may have been a factor. Chris's story raises questions. Should we admire him for his quest for simplicity and freedom, or was he just a naive young man? Either way, his journey ended tragically.
I feel like it was a mix of just being naive and just wanting to be explorative, you know what I'm saying? So
showing the harsh reality of living completely off the grid. These selfies, taken moments before death, serve as a powerful reminder of the dangers that can be lurking.
Guys, man, hey, this is W Video. Guys, just stay safe, man. Don't be doing stupid shit, you know, for photos or videos or anything for attention, because as you can see in this video, your life could be going like this, bro. You don't even know. So just be careful out there. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any other videos you guys want to react to, make sure to leave it in the comments or hop in my Discord and recommend it there. Thank you guys for your support. See you guys in the next one. Peace.